My name is Bob Friedenthal. I call myself the LinkedIn junkie. I've been doing it for like 16 years, and I've been on the internet for 31 years. So if you find somebody else that's been on as long as I have, it'll be a miracle. And on LinkedIn, you'll find me under Bob Holt, Holt, last name Friedenthal, Friedenthal. And I started doing this like 16 months ago of interviewing people for LinkedIn, and it just absolutely took off. I've done well over several hundred of those at this point. And I'm very lucky to be introducing Nathan Segal. Very interesting guy, very intricate. And I always start out with the contact information. Nathan, if you can give us your phone number, email address, etc.
Sure. My phone number is 408-844-4851. My email address is nathan@nathansegal.org.
That difficult. So,
well, what can I tell you?
yeah. Okay. So tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Tell us what makes you special.
Okay. Well, my thing is email list building, like profitable email list building. I have a system for doing that. So in terms of what makes me special, it has to do with some knowledge that I have that's not common. And what that is has to do with the most important thing. It has to do with building a lead magnet to attract your target audience. And until recently, even though I've been doing this for a very long time, I didn't know this piece of information. And when I discovered it, or when it was presented, it was like somebody handed me a little mountain of solid gold because I recognized instantly its value. So to elaborate, what it is let's say you want to create a lead magnet for an offer. And if you write a title like how top internet marketers, the 10 top things that internet marketers need to know. So you'll attract a lot of people into your list, but they're going to be the looky-loos, the tire kickers, and people without money. And so what you want to do is you want to attract the buyer prospect. And so to do that, you'd want to write a title something like how super affiliates generate 100 plus sales per day with YouTube. And what that does is that instantly eliminates all the tire kickers and the people without money. It attracts the person who wants to become a super affiliate, the person who wants to generate those 100 plus sales per day, and that person who wants to learn how to use YouTube ads. And YouTube ads are not cheap. They cost money. They're not easy to work with. But you will get the type of person, the buyer prospect, who's going to want to know all this stuff, who will wind up on your list and they're willing to pay for the knowledge. And that's the difference. You get that type of person on your list, you'll be able to sell them something and probably many other things for years to come. And that's the crucial
difference
between success
and failure. Say that again, because
between this online marketing.
You blipped a little bit.
What do I need to say again?
The last sentence you had, because that blipped, and I don't know if we'll cut that.
Well, okay. When you do this, it's the difference between success and failure with internet marketing. If you do that, you get the buyer prospect on your list, you will make money. How much I can't tell you, but you will make money, and money over the long term, because if you learn how to speak to your audience in the right way, then you will be able to speak in their language and they will buy your stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. So one of the things that I talk about all the time, it's knowing how long I've been in the internet, and how long social media has been around. Email marketing is not dead. Some people feel that, let's go into social media, that'll cure everything. Well, you know what? One of the things I talk about, you can't do one thing today. You have to do everything. You have to find the people that have that need and they have it now. And that's the critical difference that I don't know how to influence people enough, that don't just go into data, just don't go into, one form of marketing or another. Do it all, because what you're really looking for is how to capture somebody that develops an interest in what you have, and then you have an opportunity. Can't say it any better than that, I don't think. Right?
Not really, no. I mean, what you're looking for is, and it's not nice to say it, but you're looking for the desperate buyer. There's a book out there that's literally called Desperate Buyers Only. And with a lot of this internet marketing, it's about finding the pain point, thing that keeps that person up at night, or somebody who's literally in pain and wants a solution as soon as possible. And in internet marketing, some people talk about putting the knife in the wound and twisting it. And it's a way of like really upping the ante in a sense. And then you present your offer, which
Sure.
is something that is designed to relieve that pain as soon as possible.
Sure. No, you spot on, spot on. And the irony of this, we're in December, getting
Yeah,
close to the
we
end of
are.
the year.
Yep,
And
we
it's
are.
now more than ever. And I did a post the other day, and I'm about ready to do another post on LinkedIn. Um, don't wait till January 2nd. That's the wrong time. You need to be thinking about it and starting to act on it now. And that's, so many people just don't. They think that they can just put it off. Well, guess what? Everybody else is jumping in the door on January the 2nd. So everybody gets slammed right in the beginning. So act now. It's the only thing I can plead with people.
Well,
So
it's reminiscent of a Chinese teaching that I remember reading. The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. But if you can't plant it 10 years ago, you plant it now.
yeah, very cool. And in particular, the call to action that I would say is act now. There's also a call to action that you might have that you might be able to influence people. Yeah, you have anyone that you can think of?
Like a call to action, you mean? Or
Yeah. Some kind of what would be your call to action?
Get access now.
Very true, because in building lists and everything else, that doesn't just happen at the flick of a switch. It takes time to build all this stuff up, and that's another aspect. Okay, well, I think this is so appropriate. It's so timely. You're in the right place at the right time. Why don't you give us your contact information all over again, and then we'll end off this interview.
Sure. Well, let's see. My phone number is 408-844-4851. My email is nathan@nathansegal.org. And right now, the best place to find me would be on LinkedIn. You can read about what I do on my About page.
And just so people understand how to spell this, Nathan, last name Segal, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Got that down.
I mean, this is really nice in a lot of ways because so many people get it wrong and they pronounce my last name wrong.
Sure, exactly. And then the other thing that I talked about in these interviews, which I just tripped on this like 16 months ago, I just decided to pick up the phone, talk to some people, see if I could get an interview out of them. And it took off like crazy, and the response rates are very interesting. So, and like I said, I've done like 200 of these in 16 months. Nice. And we track the responses. So, this is a good program. Definitely a good program. I patted myself. All right, Nathan, thank you so much. I appreciate your interview, and I like what you're saying. So thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.